All right. Welcome to the HiFi Critics. Oprah 2020. Oprah Winfrey gave a rousing speech at the Golden Globe Awards last week. I think that was last week, maybe a week and a half ago. That has ignited speculation and encouragement for her to run for president. It was the kind of well-timed and prepared speech that has the Hollywood elites wagging their tongues dreaming of an Oprah versus Trump cage match. Are you wagging your tongue for the Oprah?
No.
You're not a Hollywood elite? You know, Mr. Rogers. Anyway, should Oprah run for president in 2020? And if not, who should run for, or should she run for another office? So, who would like to take the, how about you, Governor Walker? It's political season.
Your people.
Oh, boy. I mean, no. She shouldn't run for
Why not?
office. Because, listen, she's obviously a fantastic orator. She's, you like that word? There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Made me chuckle.
She's obviously great at giving speeches, and she's a very empowering and powerful woman. Like, I won't ever hold that against her. She's an incredible person. She just should not be president of the United States.
Wait, can I just interrupt for 1 second and thank our sponsor, Lucas Appliances?
Please.
And ask you, what has she actually done that makes her such a great person? She's the Phil Donahue of the millennial generation.
No, I don't think that's true.
So I'm just asking.
Yeah,
For a
absolutely.
friend. I'm asking for a friend.
Do you know who Phil Donahue is?
Yes, I know who Phil Donahue is. God.
Just asking.
I mean, actually, that is a fair question.
It's a very valid question.
That's a very valid question. If you go
Please
back...
be honest.
Thank you. You caught me right in the middle of that one. If you go back to where she started from and the sort of original interviews and that the type of content that she was putting out, it was really important content. She was a really interesting interviewer. She was interviewing, members of the KKK. She was interviewing, there was some really great content down there. And she's begun to connect different parts of the country. She sort of bridged a lot of gaps between, the sort of elites and then also the disenfranchised of the country. People look up to Oprah. So I think that at that level, that's wonderful. I think she's done a lot in her time in the spotlight.
You know who else has done a lot of stuff just like that? Morton Downey Jr.
Do you know who that is?
No, not a clue.
Robert Downey.
Look it up.
Robert Downey Jr.'s uncle.
Look it up online. It's fantastic.
WOR back in the day.
Yeah, it was great.
Yes.
Must watch TV. Go ahead.
All right. So,
just had to throw that in there.
So I think that she shouldn't run for president because there are far more qualified people, especially if
Donald Trump.
No, we're going to get into another Donald Trump situation with this. Just because she speaks very well, just because people connect with her, doesn't mean that she should be governing. It's just hands down.
Isn't that what a leader is? Isn't that what Obama did? I mean, he was a community organizer. He was a senator for 2 years, and then he's running for president.
Yeah, he was a senator for 2 years. He actually understood how government functioned.
He was in the state house for a while, too.
And beyond that, yes, he was a great speaker, but he understood the game, and he understood how to play the politics.
The correct answer is he was a constitutional lawyer and actually knew how this nation...
There you go. I'm sorry. Yeah, you went to Harvard and
that's
was
right
a lawyer.
Answer there.
Oh, so we need the East Coast
I'm not
educational
saying that. I'm
elites
just saying
to align with the West Coast Hollywood liberal elites.
But if you're not
I'm just asking for a friend.
No, yeah, well, your friend needs to maybe come on the show and ask for himself or herself.
It is here.
Yeah. But I just don't think Oprah should be running. We'll get to whether or not she should be running for something else, but she just shouldn't run for president.
Oprah should not be running for president. This country does not need another media-built-based conglomerate person. I'm calling Donald Trump a media conglomerate because The Apprentice apparently was successful. But
more successful than other
TV shows. Yeah, so no. We should let people that know how to govern. At this current time, that might not be working right. As we have the government shutdown happening and all that fun stuff. But Oprah, just because you can rile people up, listen, loud and bad people know how to rile people up.
Yeah.
So Oprah, just because you're a positive message and all that, great. Now you mentioned earlier that Oprah used to interview great people, members of the KKK.
I didn't say she interviewed great people. I said
Great
the interviews
people.
were great.
Great
on both sides.
On both sides, they were great.
God.
It's funny
That
how you
does
said
not
that.
happen.
It's funny how you said you put a line there. I actually looked under my chair to see if I had keys here when we started talking about Oprah for a new car, because you leave out the joke her show became, right? Like Tom Cruise jumping on top of his thing. She's giving away cars. You get a car. You get a car. What's the deal with her friend? What's her name?
Gail.
Gail. Yeah, what's
Oh.
Gail up to? Well,
She's on TV.
How is Gail a media personality that I need to see every morning on CBS? How is she still on the show? And what's his name that just got the boot? Forgot his name.
Matt Lauer?
No, CBS.
Charlie
guy.
Rose.
Charlie Rose. How does he get the boot?
but if
Charlie
Your
Rose was a sexual abuser.
No, I understand. How is Gail on anywhere? She's not.
Well, I know, but
talented.
you just compared Gail to a sexual abuser.
They should both get the boot.
Same
That's
thing with
fine.
Al Roker, because he
No, Al
adds
Roker's the
nothing.
man.
He adds
Al
nothing to
Roker's
the
the man.
news.
However,
how is
you
it-
also forgot that she can get you riled up about mashed potatoes with a little bit of cauliflower in it.
yeah. Let me tell you why. Here is the real reason Oprah should not be president. Just besides, she has no idea how to.
It's not a question about who should be president. Who should she
not
run?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what we got from Oprah. Right? If you think it's great what we have in the Trump administration right now, the CEO of Exxon as the state, Secretary of State, some guys shutting down and burning, the national park system at the EPA and all that.
Ryan Zinke.
This is what you're going to get with Oprah. Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, and Gail. If that's your
That's
cabinet,
gonna be the
if that's your cabinet, burn this country down, folks.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I would say the American experiment is over at
Officially
that
over.
point.
Yeah, but haven't you already claimed that it's over?
No,
like
it's
for the last
ending.
2 days?
Hamilton has come out from the grave, write a new Federalist paper, and go back to the grave. If that's our cabinet.
But I think if the point is should she run for president? I agree. The cabinet is kind of
I'm just saying.
yeah. That's garbage. And also, I would hope that even if she did, she would realize after the disaster that Donald Trump's cabinet is. But beyond that, her running for president would divide the country so much that Donald Trump would be elected again.
I thought she was a uniter.
But there are enough people right now. That's what I'm saying. She's a uniter for what she's doing now, but to run for president, there are enough people who support her for the fact that she's a great speaker, and then there are enough people that
There's people that admire her in this country. There's
And
millions
around the world.
around the
Yeah.
world.
She has schools in
Much
South
like
Africa.
Obama.
But it'll be the same thing that
Why-
occurred previously, where it won't be as much hate for her, but people will want to vote for other people that could potentially govern and lead. So we would split the vote again. Donald Trump or some other idiot Republican would get elected.
So it'd be the Bernie Bros versus the Oprah gang or something.
Are you a
Somewhere
Bernie
along
bro?
those lines.
I don't think I'm a Bernie bro. I don't fit the definition of a Bernie
So
bro.
if the
Oh.
here we are in Illinois, if it's March 20, what would that be? 2020.
Right,
Maybe
the
it's
primary.
April. Yeah, the primary.
And I got to go in there
And cast a vote. And there's two candidates, Bernie and Oprah. Which one do you vote for?
in that situation, heads up, I'm going with Bernie.
Yeah, I'd
Because
go with Bernie
he
too.
knows actually how government works.
He's
I'd go with
he's
Bernie
part of the
too.
problem.
Well, I think Oprah would be
He's
part of
been-
the larger problem.
He's been in the government for longer than there's
He's
been a
establishment.
government. He's like
He needs to get
230
it.
years old.
Hey, you're giving me only two choices. I'm giving you
two real choices.
But that's what I'm saying is this would be the difficulty. People would end up splitting the vote, and then we would be with Donald Trump again.
If Oprah really cared about the future of this country, and maybe she does. Maybe she does care about the future of this country. I don't know. She should set up a super PAC. She supported Obama. She was out there campaigning. She wasn't giving anything away when she was campaigning for Obama. But she could be out there. She can set up a super PAC, help, get behind somebody.
Kamala Harris or anybody
I mean,
that's
Cory Booker, Gavin Newsom, those are going to be a 2020 ticket for the Democratic side.
it'll be Kamala Harris.
And I think I think she could do something there. She could do great for the nation. Running, it'd just be another circus.
Yeah, she'd hurt us.
Well, the correct answer is she should run,
Oh,
but
boy.
she will not.
Oh, we never asked what she should run for.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
And we'll do a quick round. We'll do two closing
Yeah.
questions. So
Oh.
her megawatt star power would get her to the final three, but she's better suited to battling Trump, but she's never had a lot of criticism. And she won't like that part of it. And I just don't think
I
she'll
think she's made it tougher stuff than you give her credit for. I think she'll if she were going to run, she would go all the way through.
But she's a manicured personality. You know what I mean? She's got a particular vision and a projection that she's put out there. She carefully curates what she does and how she's perceived. And therefore, Trump is just he's a chaos candidate, right? He's a bull in a china shop. A bull in a china shop will usually beat somebody that's carefully curated.
Yeah, but I think the one thing that like we're not looking at we're looking at her personality, that she's created this public personality, but the things that she's supporting, and sort of like from the arts perspective, and the movies and theaters that she's driving are very sort of, they're anti-establishment, in the sense that they're talking about very difficult topics from American history. So I think she's actually more suited than you might think to talk and have those difficult conversations.
I think that politics is dirty. She won't want to subject herself and her personal life to being president. Yeah. She might be, if she's smart, she could basically pull the Trump thing and just get away with it by basically saying, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think she wants to do that.
Well, okay, I don't want her to run. Man,
that's great, but you're not the one that gets to decide. So let's do the first closing question. If she doesn't run, so we have two people that say she shouldn't run, and the one that's correct, what do you think she should run for, if not for president?
In reality, she should work her way up, maybe at the Water Commission, but the real thing she should be running for. That's
Water Commission.
You got to work your way up.
She's
the
no
Water
spring
Commission.
chicken.
Yeah,
she's not going to start the Water
exactly.
Commission.
So I'm going to give you the real answer.
Give it to us.
Right from
finally.
She loves to give things away. Yeah, we know there's a lot of giveaways, right? CEO of Publishers Clearinghouse. She loves to give so much stuff away. Go around the nation and campaign. Knock on doors and say, "Hey, I'm campaigning."
How do you think getting a CEO works?
Just
do you
campaigning.
think you run?
It's an office.
Do you think you run for a CEO?
If Oprah basically sat there and said, "Hey guys, I'd like to run for CEO of Publishing Clearinghouse," she would be the CEO.
Is Bernie going to nationalize Publishers Clearinghouse to make it a federal thing, and then she can
run
for
for
it?
Yeah.
So there's your ticket, Bernie and Oprah.
So your answer to the question is a non-answer to the question.
It's wrong.
It's
wrong.
I'm just giving you a great,
It's wrong.
giving you a great answer
here. As we said in another episode, somebody on this show is playing a character.
Yeah.
Not sure about
anyway,
that. Continue.
Governor of California. Because, as I said earlier...
She bailed on Chicago the minute she had a chance.
She still has a place here.
She's the great connector. So she can bring the West Coast elites back into the rest of the world. She can bring California to Alabama, and they can shake hands. That's what's going to happen.
Wow.
So the right answer is, she was born in, I can't even pronounce it, Kiosko, Mississippi.
Okay.
And she should run to be the senator from the great state of Mississippi. The reason is that she could do more good by running for senator of Mississippi and winning that seat, because it would take away a seat from the Republicans. It's realistic. It's something that she could basically fly in and do. She can buy some property. She will get a large group of the segment of the population that probably doesn't vote as much. Or we just saw it in neighboring Alabama. Somebody, a Democrat went in and won. She could really go in and do some good in a practical way, where she also could resign after 2 years and go on her merry way. Okay, so the other closing question.
That's actually a really good answer, by the way.
I don't know if it's a good answer, but so basically, you basically giving her an out already. That, hey, run for something you're committed to 6 years, but if you stay 2, I'm okay. Yeah, and then you're letting a governor appoint whoever goes.
Well, it depends on what the rules are, right? But she could stay for 6 and do nothing.
But I feel like that sort of personality would have a better. If they really want to make change and they're committed to it, they'd be better suited for the Senate as opposed to the presidency, which is too much of a spotlight.
It's funny how he just won you over. He basically just switched it around, like, hey, you shouldn't have to be president, but now somebody that has no idea how anything works. Let's make her one of 100 votes.
Because she can't screw stuff up in the Senate where there's 100 people.
And it's also look at Al Franken. He was successful.
You wanted to run for Publishers Clearinghouse, and that's not even a public thing.
Why not?
Are they out of business?
No, it's still out. Ed McMahon, that goes to Ed McMahon.
No, I was going to say the
All right, closing question. The real closing question.
Closing.
If you could pick a non-politician to be Chicago's mayor, who would you pick, and what would be their campaign slogan?
Clearly, Tom Skilling, because who else would you trust to help you weather the storm?
Oh, that's good. That's good. And you thought that was going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah, he took it out of you. I thought he was going to be Chance the Rapper, but I guess Chance is governor.
Maybe I will be Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, Chance is going to be governor, and Tom Skilling will be mayor.
John Cusack. I don't know if you know what a boombox is. It's the Sonos from the 80s. Oh my God. Sonos from the 80s. Because right now we need somebody to make us feel, just walk around the neighborhoods with a boombox, bring everybody together.
And is he going to say anything, or is he just
Exactly. He's going to say anything to get your vote. Thank you. Thank you. Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Little,
Oh, that one hurt.
man.
It was so...
I was waiting for the little halibut just to pull you in. Bring that silver in, folks.
Yeah. I'm not... I would be a derby winner.
That's a good one. That played out pretty well. Well played, Charles.
Yeah.
Well played. Castro would be proud. All right, so I would say, that a non-politician, who should be the next mayor, Chicago mayor, something new. It should be two people, Eddie and Jobo. Because from Berwyn...
Do you know who they are?
No.
From Berwyn to Blue Island, Cary to Gary, Eddie and Jobo are the de facto mayors of Chicago anyway.
Are these radio personalities?
They were. I don't know if they're still in the
United Auto Insurance
Yeah, I was going to
commercials.
say, I thought it was the general, but yeah, United. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And you can order insurance over the phone.
This is the guy this isn't the Lincoln insurance guy that's got the really crazy commercials.
No, this is...
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I
man.
think that's the general. I don't know who the general is.
I saw it on WGN last night.
We'll get to that. Okay, tweet at us. Tweet at us using our handle HiFi Critics or the hashtag #SplashList. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to automatically be updated when a new episode is released. Okay.